Hello everyone, my name is Arlyne Inggriani. So today I'm going to do some presentations about the colloid in cheese. Cheese is a solid and liquid colloid. First of all, we need to know what cheese is. Cheese is a rich source of essential nutrition such as protein, lipids, vitamins, and minerals that perform an integral part of a healthy diet. Cheese is defined as a fresh or matured product obtained from milk coagulations, easily digestible and rich in nutritional components. Cheese can be classified based on the type of milk used, manufacturing process, fat content, type of fermentations, and its microbiota. Cheese is a complicated suspension of many different substances. There's water, there's oils and fats of various kinds, calcium compound, and all sort of important nutrients that cows needs in their mother's milk. In addition, there are bacterial cultures which are responsible for the fermenting of the cheese, and maybe some mold too. The colloids are the heterogeneous mixtures, where the small dispersed particles are suspended over the other compound. There are various classifications of colloids based on their physical states. The cheese is classified under colloids where solid acts as a dispersion medium and liquid acts as a dispersed phase. Next, we talk about the history of cheese. The origin of cheese was probably first discovered in the Middle East by nomads. There is a story that nomads stored milk inside a saddlebag that was made of an animal stomach. The stomach in turn contained rennet, which in conjunction with the heat of the desert sun and agitations from the galloping horse coagulated the milk into a primitive cheese. Greeks contend that Aristos, son of Apollo and Siren, first produced cheese. At any rate, cheese first truly became an art with the Romans. Cheese making was done with precision and knowledge from experience, thus allowing for different flavor and texture characteristics in cheese. Anne Pickett of Wisconsin founded the first true cheese business in America in 1841. Pickett got her start by using the milk of a neighbor's cows. Following her lead by 1880, 3,293 cheese-producing facilities sprung up around the United States. Since then, many technological changes and methods have been developed and applied to cheese making, allowing for the appearance of the diverse range of cheese, giving space to peculiar and meaningful expressions of cultural and diet diversity around the world. Cheese making was mainly developed as a way to preserve the important nutrition of a highly perishable food product. However, today, specialty or traditional cheese are consumed essentially as alternative foods more prone to indulge the sensory organ and to likely actively contribute to health. Because they are a good source of macro and micronutrients, cheese contribute to a healthy diet, making them as some of the most important types of foods in Western societies. New customer health perceptions is leading to development of new type of cheese such as low-fat, low-salt, and probiotic cheese. The microbial flora present from the formations of the curds to the ribbon cheese either as lab-style culture or as non-style culture associated with technological processing specificities and other milk native enzymes play a key role in the complex and dynamic biochemical process that leads to the varieties of the existing cheese types. Commonly, cheese may be classified based on textures as soft, semi-hard, or hard cheese, or simply based on their origins and processing method as industrial or traditional cheese. Next is about how to make cheese. Actual cheese-making sequences are not different from what is historically known. Milk coagulations by rennet, sometimes it is assisted by tiny amounts of citric acid, added to milk, kept at mild temperature around 36 until 39 degrees Celsius. This step implies optimizations of the enzymatic activity of rennet, and in consequence of that, favor eliminating steric stabilizations by cutting the polypeptide chains protruding outward from casein micelles. Curd breaking and serum discharge jointly imply a phase separations of colloid. And then a heating stage at 50 degrees Celsius is required to completely discharge and favor the onset of cheese lumps. Curd is left mattering in acid serums for some hours. In this stage, solubilizations of calcium salt and demineralizations of cheese paste occur. The paste becomes plastic, giving rise to pasta filete and is reduced in fiber by the actions of gravitations or by simple stretchings, as happened for mozzarella and provolone. In the absence of shear force, which favor the formations of fibers, cheese grains collapse. Salting is made in dry or wet conditions depending on the needs. Ion valence and contents are relevant in the step. Salting implies water loss due to the onset of osmotic gradients outside the cheese pills, which contracts, deforms, and progressively becomes harder. Cheese mattering is usually performed at 3 until 8 degrees Celsius and 85 until 90% of humidity. It helps to give cheese due consistency and appearance. It implies further water loss. Mattering depends on the cheese kind obtained, and the same holds for working conditions. In niche product, mildewing, coverage with straw or chestnut leaves are sometimes used. Sometimes mildew conditions are induced on the cheese peel or in its interior. In the later, eventually a wide variety of blue cheese types may occur. This can be stiff or creamy. Cheese is an example of gel in the colloidal system, in which the dispersed phase is a liquid while the dispersion medium is a solid, where the solid is from a network that traps the liquid, giving cheese its gel-like and semi-solid structure. Many types of cheese melt when heated, changing from a semi-solid gel to a more liquid-like state. This is due to the breakdown of the protein network and the release of trapped fat and water. This melting behavior further highlights the colloidal nature, as the structure transitions between solid and liquid phases depending on temperature. For example, it's like soft cheese like ricotta or brie. In this cheese, the liquid phase is more abundant, making them softer and more spreadable. And then there's hard cheese like cheddar and parmesan. In harder cheese, less water is present and the protein matrix is denser, leading to a firmer structure. If we want to know further about colloids in cheese, we need to know about casein micelles. Casein micelles are the key to cheese structures. It is a colloidal protein structure found in milk. These micelles coagulate during cheese making, forming a gel structures in the coagulation process. Tannate or acid causes casein micelles to clump together, forming curds. And we also need to know about how is cheese colloid stabilized. First is their salts. It helps stabilize casein micelles and affect the structures. And then there's pH controls. It maintains the integrity of protein networks. And the last there's aging. It breaks down caseins, affecting the structures and flavor. That's all from me. Thank you for watching and listening.